USS Fletcher is a rarity destroyer from the Eagle Union and is part of the Fletcher-class of destroyer. She's available through light construction, Medal of Honor, and Gold Medal exchange for 5 medals and 300 medals respectively, and certain map drops from Chapter 2 onwards. Fletcher was launched at Federal Shipbuilding on the 3rd of May 1942, commissioned on the 30th of June 1942, decommissioned on the 15th of January 1947, reclassified on the 26th of March 1949, recommissioned on the 3rd of October 1949, decommissioned again on the 1st of October 1969, reclassified again on the 30th of June 1962, stricken on the 1st of October 1969, and sold for scrap on the 22nd of February 1972. Fletcher began her naval career escorting and patrolling during the Guadalcanal operation, bombarding Lunga Point, driving off air attacks, and taking part in a naval battle off the coast that sank 2 Japanese destroyers and damaged Haie. She later led a force of cruisers and destroyers to intercept a fleet of enemy transports and destroyers that were coming to reinforce Guadalcanal and made contact with the fleet off of Tassafaronga Point, rescuing the survivors from Northampton after she became badly damaged. Continuing to operate around the Solomon Islands, she later rescued the survivors of the USS Helena after her sinking by I-18, later sinking I-18 herself. Fletcher then joined a carrier task force and provided screening support for the invasion of the Gilbert Islands, continuing to provide support in multiple invasions and patrols till the end of the war. After World War II, she was converted to an escort destroyer and participated in the Korean War, providing support for the USS Valley Forge and HMS Triumph. In her character art done by Lino, Fletcher wears a traditional sailor uniform that is now backless, a long navy blue skirt, white pants, a belt that her rigging is attached to, green half-rim glasses, an armband, and a black and yellow ribbon tying her hair. Her rigging consists of 2 Quint 533mm torpedo launchers, with the one on her left having a naval cannon on the top. In her voice lines, voiced by Manaka Iwami, who also voices Toru Honda in Fruits Basket 2019, Carmilla in ReZero, Reen in To Your Eternity, Excusii in Warfarin and Arknights, and CFO5 and SIG 556 in Girls Frontline, Fletcher talks about her sisters constantly.
どこかで会ったですか？あら、そういうことですか。実はこの世界で私とよく似ている子が100人以上いますよ。よろしくお願いしますね、指揮官さん。すみません、妹たちの世話が。妹たちの世話をしなければならないですから、他のことを考える時間はなかなかないみたいですね。妹の世話を手伝ってくれるのですか？でも妹が多すぎて自分も時々困りますよ。本当にいいですか？じゃあここは少しよく考えてもいいですか？家族ですか？妹はたくさんいますけど、でも指揮官さんはやっぱり特別です。委託が完了しましたわ。次は妹たちと同じいっぱいありますね。意地悪。妹たちに知られたらただじゃ済まないよ。これでもっと妹の世話ができますね。指揮官さん、今日の私は見分けやすかった？妹たちとは違いますよ。ただいまー。あれ？いない間にまた妹が増えちゃいました。この前私を装った偽物に妹は私たち姉妹間全員の名前を言わせようとしたの。そしたら相手から折れちゃいました。妹たちを見るたびに私たちの家族がもしかしてウサギではないかなって気になります。指揮官さん？もうまた妹の誰かを考えてました？妹たちもきっとこういうのが気に入ると思うよ。 つきすぎると手が疲れるって？指揮官さん、やめてください。妹たちに見られたら。フレッチャー級駆逐艦全175隻の長女フレッチャーです。駆逐艦隊の主力としていろいろな戦闘に参加しましたわ。妹たち、私に力を。ボーナス、妹たち全員分足りるかな。また妹たちと一緒に任務に行けますね。指揮官さん、ご命令ください。
At level 125 with everything maxed, Fletcher has 2,178 HP, 87 firepower, 287 torpedo, 176 AA, 199 reload, 207 evasion, light armor, 43 speed, 212 accuracy, 73 luck, 209 anti-sub, and consumes 8 oil. Fletcher has 3 skills, focusing on supporting other Fletcher-class ships and destroyers. At level 10, her skill, Sister's Temperament, increases the firepower and evasion of all Fletcher-class destroyers by 30%. At level 10, her skill, Tactical Command Destroyers, increases the firepower, torpedo, and reload stats of all destroyers in the fleet by 10%, and doesn't stack with other command skills that have a similar effect. Her all-out assault looks like this, and procs every 10 times she fires her main guns. At least it fires in a straight line. The recommended equipment for Fletcher is something that keeps Fletcher alive for as long as possible to keep her buffs up, as well as focusing on torpedoes or possibly anti-submarine activities. For her main gun, the twin 127mm Mark 38 will be enough, with the quad 533mm homing torpedo launcher serving its usual purpose as my go-to. Any higher rarity AA guns such as the quad 40mm Bofors will also do well. Aux equipment that boosts the HP of Fletcher or her evasion, such as the VH and VC armor plating for health, and the improved hydraulic rudder or the Little Beaver squadron tag. Another way to go is the Hedgehog anti-submarine and pretty much any sonar of your choice. Fletcher is a rare instance for rare destroyers where, if she's paired with other good Fletcher-class destroyers such as Nicholas, Charles Osborne, and Mulaney, she could actually be used up until mid-game. Her skills buff all Fletcher-class ships and are further buffed because they're destroyers. The tricky part is keeping her and her sisters alive because of how weak destroyers are. But if you manage to keep them alive for long enough, you're more than likely going to have an okay mid-game mob fleet on your hands, and one that's pretty good at dealing with submarines. Just make sure to equip the VH armor at least. Really helps with that extra armor. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates and check out my Azur Lane and Arc Knights videos as well.